Hey, what's going on? I'm Dr. Leila Hariri, a family and cosmetic dentist for more than 22 years, and you're listening to Ask Dr. Leila. Anything you need to know about dentistry. We're going to talk about teeth, prevention, oral health, and tons more. So relax, listen, and smile. A warm welcome to all of you out there. It's a busy month, but a beautiful one. Spring is now upon us. I hope this cool weather lasts a bit longer so I can still enjoy my evening walks. And now the holy month of Ramadan is here. May it be a blessed one for all. Today, I'd like to talk about whitening. Now, it's something that I debated whether I wanted to talk about it or not because personally, I don't usually advise unless I see that I feel in my heart that it will make a huge change. But I guess that could be wrong as well. Why do I say that? Because not always am I correct. Sometimes it does make a huge change. So it's the one thing in dentistry that I cannot say 100% where you will fall, what color you will be. All I know is that we're aiming for, a couple shades lighter, but that's not always possible, but it usually is. And a clean look, a lighter look. I have this thing within me until the age of 18. I don't recommend it at all, but I've had many people, not many, but a good amount below 18 that they've said they're self-conscious. And I always ask the parents before if this is something that they feel that's really bothering their child. And then, of course, with the right precautions, it can be totally safe. But it's just not something that, I always tell people until the age of 18. And I think it goes for many more years after that. We should all follow this advice that we should just love who we are and what we are. But it's always nice to have an enhancement here and there. And I can say that where I am in life at my age. But otherwise, yeah, that's my take generally with whitening. Other than that, yeah, if people then ask, I think the information should be out there that what are the different types of whitenings and what are their effects, good and bad. And that's what I'm here to talk about today. So not all teeth whitening methods are safe or even effective. In this podcast, I'll discuss what I believe to be the best teeth whitening methods, combined with the over-the-counter teeth whitenings. Okay, number one, let's touch upon whitening toothpaste. Whitening toothpaste generally uses a combination of ingredients to remove stains from teeth, including carbamide or hydrogen peroxide, mild abrasives including activated charcoal, baking soda, silica, dicalcium phosphate, calcium carbonate, sodium metaphosphate, zirconium silicate, and calcium pyrophosphate. And it could have hydroxyapatite. According to a 2018 review, whitening toothpaste effectively whiten teeth and offer a brighter smile by removing surface stains. Most whitening toothpaste, however, do not intrinsically whiten teeth. However, hydroxyapatite toothpaste is the only whitening toothpaste that can intrinsically whiten teeth from the inside out. It literally fills in the space in your enamel for a wider, brighter appearance. What are the pros of whitening toothpaste? It's relatively inexpensive, can intrinsically whiten teeth in the case of hydroxyapatite toothpaste. And then hydroxyapatite and fluoride toothpaste, if you're pro fluoride, may also prevent and help to reverse tooth decay. Hydroxyapatite toothpaste are usually formulated to be safe for children, although other whitening toothpastes are not safe for children's teeth. What are the cons of whitening toothpaste? Some toothpaste abrasives may increase the risk of cavities. So choose a toothpaste with low relative dentin abrasivity to avoid this. And I always tell patients this. This is why long term, I actually don't prefer whitening toothpaste, because if you put it on the back of your hands and compare it to regular toothpaste, it is obviously more abrasive. That's how it works. But I find that if you use it long periods of time, how does it whiten? It actually whitens by abrading the outer layer of enamel. So first, it removes the outer stains. But as this continues, and the enamel, as hard as it is, over time gets abraded, I feel that your teeth actually end up being more yellow. Again, this is with long-term use. Because remember, the second layer of a tooth is dentin, which is yellow. So as the enamel thins out, always remember this, you're going to get to a color that's more yellow. So if you do use whitening toothpaste, please use it for a very limited time. Peroxide toothpaste may cause abnormal lesions on teeth when overused. And peroxide may destroy some of the collagen content of teeth when overused. So I recommend only using an abrasive whitening toothpaste for 2 to 3 weeks at a time to remove tooth stains. However, hydroxyapatite toothpaste are safe more or less for long-term use as they don't use strong abrasives. Switch to an electric toothbrush. Electric toothbrushes remove surface stains from teeth more effectively than manual toothbrushes. Oscillating electric toothbrushes are generally the best for teeth whitening compared to sonic power toothbrushes. Electric toothbrush costs range greatly because of the bells and whistles they often add. There is no evidence that added features like Bluetooth or specialized heads improve brushing in a way that improves teeth whitening effects. Inexpensive electric toothbrushes have similar teeth whitening benefits to those that cost hundreds of dollars. What are the pros of electric toothbrushes? They're associated with no side effects or potential dangers to oral health, may offer better protection against tooth decay than manual brushes. And the cons are overbrushing is more common, may cause gum recession. And this I see. So the first question I ask people is, are you using an electric toothbrush without being mindful? So then I tell them at night, usually it's when the brain is just on a million miles an hour. Why don't you use your electric brush in the morning? And in the evening, use your manual brush, but make sure it's soft. And what does gum recession lead to? Of course, tooth sensitivity. And it is more expensive than a manual toothbrush. So let's say you want to get a professional tooth whitening treatment. For teeth whitening at the dental office, you should expect 1 to 4 sessions of average 20 minutes each. During each session, a high concentration of carbamide or hydrogen peroxide, which is about 20 to 43%, will be painted on the teeth. A polymerization light is used to activate the gel, and it's reapplied several times over the session. Although hydrogen peroxide can be used, carbamide peroxide is considered the industry standard because it has a much longer shelf life. So the pros of professional teeth whitening: whitens teeth from the inside out, whitens teeth fast. You'll see whiter teeth just after one treatment as you're walking out of the clinic. Treatment and supervision by your dentist reduces the risk of damage to your teeth and gums compared to home teeth whitening systems. Some of the whitening effect does go away after 2 to 7 days of treatment. So I always tell people, if you decide to do the in-house, I call it in-house, meaning in the clinic, we still make you the customized trays, and we advise that after maybe you can take a break for a night or two to wear the customized trays for at least a few nights, because to me, that's how the teeth build memory. So if you're just going to rely on the in-house and do nothing else, it's not going to last. And some people say it did for them, it was good enough. But really, to me, you need to still continue with the whitening trays at home. The only difference is, and I'll get to it later, when you do only the whitening trays at home, you should do that longer because you didn't get that initial, as I call it, the boost. So another con of professional teeth whitening is they could be expensive, and it requires a visit, rather a longer visit to the dentist, an hour and a half. Why? Because it's best to get it done right after a cleaning. So if you have any stains or plaque, we should do the cleaning and polishing first. And then we prepare the gums. It's a bit of a preparation prior to putting the 3 or 4 sessions. So the biggest keynote is find a dentist you trust who is concerned about the health of your teeth as well as the aesthetics. So for me, going back to how I started today, and I said, I don't always discuss it. I mean, unless I really see someone could benefit from it. There's also times where people ask me for veneers. And in all honesty, I tell them, if you do a bit of whitening and maybe a bit of ortho, which is aligning of the teeth, you can get your natural veneers just with your own teeth and you'll be happy. And if then you're not happy, then we can discuss veneers. So a lot of times I do recommend the whitening if we're discussing veneers, because I just think if it's always your own natural teeth, why not? But then, of course, as my previous podcast and in the future, I'll be talking about, there's certain scenarios that really veneers have to come in. And I'm going to talk about it at the end again. But the good thing with veneers is once we choose the right shade for you, no matter what you do in terms of, the environmental things that you put in your mouth and all sorts of things, they don't pick up stains and they usually don't change color. So the other option, rather than doing the in-house, is the take-home trays, the customized take-home trays. The best, longest lasting, most sustainable way to whiten teeth, in my opinion, is truly the custom whitening gel trays. These whitening gel trays are made, custom fitted by your dentist based on unique impressions of your teeth. You can keep your tray indefinitely, as long as your teeth stay in the same place. You'll purchase whitening gel to use at home and keep it in the fridge anytime you want to whiten your teeth. So to use a custom whitening gel tray, remove the whitening gel from your refrigerator, squirt the peroxide gel into the tray, and we show you just put a pea size towards the front of the tooth. Gently place the tray over your teeth, being careful to allow the fit to protect your gums from being exposed to the gel. And if there is any gel coming out of the tray, please just dab it off without pressing on the tray with a tissue. Dab off the gel from the gums. And leave the tray on for 1 to 3 hours if you have sensitive teeth. And if you don't have sensitive teeth, it's perfectly fine to sleep with them. Take care of a whitening tray like you would a retainer, night guard, or any other oral appliance. Store it in water with baking soda when not in use. Most people achieve the results they want within 2 weeks of daily use. Don't whiten for multiple weeks more than once per year. Sometimes you might need a touch-up. If you do your 6 months cleanings, it might be a good reminder for you right after the cleaning to just do a touch-up for 2 to 3 nights. So every 6 months, just pop it on after your cleaning for 2 or 3 nights. And don't purchase over-the-counter gels above 10% concentration to use at home. Otherwise, your teeth may become very sensitive. Okay, the pros of customized whitening gel trays. It gives the best professional results at a much lower cost than the in-house whitening system. With 10% peroxide gel, you shouldn't experience tooth sensitivity. And you won't damage your sensitive gum tissue because the tray protects soft tissue in the mouth. The cons of customized whitening gel trays. Higher peroxide gel percentage, over 10%, may result in tooth sensitivity. And it requires 2 initial visits to your dentist. The first time you come in, we take a scan or an impression. And then within 24 hours, usually, we get back from the lab the trays and all the accessories. Most trays are made with similar materials. The best bleaching products to use in your customized whitening tray, for me, is the opalescence, in my opinion. Then people often ask, what about over-the-counter whitening strips? Whitening strips are small pieces of a flexible plastic-coated whitening gel. To use these products, for example, there's the Crest White strips. A strip for the bottom and one for the top are molded around the teeth and left for approximately 30 minutes. Most whitening strips are intended for use over a few weeks. Because peroxide and the adhesives in most whitening strips can damage or irritate sensitive gum tissue, it's best to cut the strips down before use. Some more natural whitening strips do not use bleaching products, but use other whitening agents to remove stains. These other agents do not whiten the teeth intrinsically. The gel in whitening strips shouldn't come into contact with tooth decay, so it's best to use these teeth whiteners shortly after a dental visit to ensure you have no untreated cavities. Pros of whitening strips. They're readily available at drugstores and on Amazon. Easy to use, create results within a few days or weeks. But the cons may cause uneven whitening results if not applied perfectly, especially if your teeth aren't straight. Remember, these are not customized trays, they're just strips, so they can move, and I'm sure people swallow the gel as well, which then it's not safe. So you don't get the evenness that you would with the customized trays. It may lead to soft tissue damage in the mouth from the free radical reactions, can increase tooth sensitivity. How about baking soda toothpaste? Sodium bicarbonate is an effective home remedy for yellowing teeth. Research indicates that toothpaste that contain baking soda removes stains from yellowing teeth more effectively than other pastes. The higher the concentration of baking soda, the better the results. While you can look for toothpaste that include baking soda, the easiest way to implement this is to do it yourself. So mix 2 teaspoons of water with a teaspoon of baking soda, dip your brush in the mixture, and brush your teeth as normal. It's relatively inexpensive. I would think you'd agree. Widely available, and it's easy to use. Formula. It's non-toxic to the mouth, only mildly abrasive, especially compared to most whitening toothpaste. So that's a big positive for me. And removes plaque to protect against tooth decay. But it will not be as effective on its own as in a full toothpaste formulation. So baking soda is best for whitening and enamel strength when combined with hydrogen peroxide. I know a lot of you out there do oil pulling. So oil pulling may remove some surface stains from teeth, but it isn't a very effective teeth whitening system. However, it will balance the oral microbiome and reduce inflammation of bleeding gums and gingivitis. Coconut oil does have the ability to bind to bacteria on the teeth and therefore remove some surface stains. But oil pulling will not whiten teeth per se, any more than swishing your mouth regularly with water. However, since oil pulling is so good for oral hygiene in general, I include it on this list as a combo method of stain removal and stain prevention. It has benefits to the overall oral health. It reduces the risk of plaque buildup on teeth, which could cause teeth yellowing, and no known common side effects. But it can't actually whiten teeth. It's more of a preventative measure to avoid plaque buildup. And I would say coconut oil is by far the best oil for oil pulling. And then there's the Geo Organics oil pulling mouthwashes, which are great for a positive oil pulling experience, especially if it's new to your oral hygiene routine. Now, all of this aside, we should all practice good oral hygiene. When people tell me, let me do whitening, the first thing I look at is their overall hygiene. And if I see lots of plaque buildup, I tell them, listen, if you just brush better and floss better, your teeth will look much whiter. This is plaque accumulation that's making your teeth yellow. So everyone's teeth yellow somewhat over time. It's a normal part of aging. However, the best way to prevent your teeth from changing color rapidly is your good oral hygiene habits. Any oral hygiene routine that involves antibacterial products is not so good for your oral microbiome. Just be cautious of that. So avoid or greatly limit your use of antibacterial mouthwashes, antibacterial toothpaste, essential oils that are, it's for antibacterial purposes. Because that microbiome, it is a balance of the good and bad bacteria. But remember, a lot of times we kind of wash away both the good and the bad. The best oral hygiene routine involves brushing your teeth at least twice per day and wait 45 minutes after meals containing sugary, acidic, or processed foods to brush. Flossing at least once a day. Scraping your tongue every day. Oil pulling with coconut oil. And dental probiotics, especially if you have existing oral problems like bad breath, cavities, or bleeding gums. Healthy teeth age slower than unhealthy teeth with weakened enamel, which means they yellow at a slower rate. Brushing teeth not only keeps them healthy on the inside, but also on the outside, preventing surface stains from forming. Maintaining a healthy oral microbiome prevents not only plaque buildup, which discolors teeth, but also gum disease, which can lead to tooth loss. Please don't skip on your dental checkups. Getting a teeth cleaning every 6 months is extremely important, part of preventing tooth stains and yellowing. Your hygienist will remove the calculus from your teeth, which can't be removed at home. This calculus could otherwise lead to cavities, gum disease, and even painful tooth abscesses. Plus, removing the calculus improves the color of your teeth. In addition to your bi-yearly cleaning, your dentist will examine your teeth for issues. He or she isn't just looking for white teeth. They're making sure you have no oral disease that could age or otherwise harm your dental health. Dental checkups are very important for your overall oral health and your overall physical health, because now we're linking so much that goes in the mouth and happens in the mouth to your overall health. And a lot of times we are the first to pick up the signs from the relationships. Dental checkups allows your dentist to catch oral diseases that could otherwise yellow or damage your teeth. To avoid teeth stains from these foods and drinks, limit your intake and rinse your mouth with water after eating or drinking. Then 45 minutes after rinsing with water, go ahead and brush your teeth. Foods and beverages that stain your teeth include berries, pomegranates, regular and diet sodas, black tea, curry, marinara sauce, turmeric, and balsamic vinegar, for just to name a few. The big one is please quit smoking if at all possible, and any use of tobacco products. Tobacco products, including cigarettes, cause external tooth staining and age teeth prematurely. Smoking and other products like vaping can result in dry mouth, which also ages tooth enamel and leads to poor oral health. To prevent damage to your teeth, including yellowing and weakened enamel, stop smoking and using all tobacco products. And I said I would touch upon veneers. So if you have permanent damage to your teeth, including discoloration that can't be fixed, then definitely talk to your dentist about veneers. Veneers are permanent porcelain tooth coverings that can replace the appearance of permanently damaged teeth. Veneers aren't exactly a teeth whitening method, but rather cover your natural teeth and generally don't change color over time. You and your dentist will choose a tooth color for veneers because you can't whiten them later. Veneers can completely change the appearance of your yellow teeth, and it's a great permanent solution for natural teeth whitening. There are some teeth whitening methods I just want to touch upon that you should avoid. One is whitening mouthwashes. Rinsing with a hydrogen peroxide mouthwash won't whiten your teeth. Bleaching agents need to be held up against the tooth for several minutes or more to seep into the inner part of the tooth and lead to whiter teeth. There's not enough peroxide to whiten your teeth, and the agent isn't against your teeth for long enough. Plus, some hydrogen peroxide rinses and most over-the-counter mouthwashes can harm your oral microbiome. Acidic fruits like strawberries, lemons, and pineapples, are often touted as great do-it-yourself teeth whitening methods. The fruit's acid wears away the top layer of enamel, revealing the yellow dentin underneath. You'll get moderate tooth whitening results, but at a cost to the health of your teeth. Apple cider vinegar is an extremely acidic natural remedy that contains good probiotics that can benefit gut health. However, it's not a good idea to whiten your teeth with apple cider vinegar. It will break down your tooth enamel, cause sensitive teeth, and may even lead to tooth decay. And sea salt. While mild to moderate abrasives are helpful for whitening teeth, sea salt will physically scratch your teeth if rubbed onto the enamel. This is extremely dangerous. Keep the salt for a rinse to treat your toothache, not as a tooth whitening solution. While many people aim for the sparkliest smile they can achieve, whiter teeth don't actually equal healthier teeth. That said, there's nothing wrong with trying a safe teeth whitening method if you're not happy with the color of your teeth. Thank you for listening in, as always, on our podcast at Ask Dr. Leila. Any questions, inquiries, concerns, please do reach out to us. And until next time, be safe, everyone.